we will now create the second section of our page, which is the work experience section down here, also contained in a card view. We can see that it features a large header, and then we are using the item view to structure our content. We have the media to the left, which is an icon. Then we have a heading to the right with some meta content featuring a link and a date here, and then a simple paragraph. We have 6 of these places in total, each with different icon, heading and links. Let's go into our code editor and get started. Right after our card here, we'll create one more fluid card using a div tag with the classes UI fluid card. Now we want to jump straight into our content with the div tag with the class content. This will add the padding all around our content. Notice that before we had an image outside of our content tag because we want the image to go all the way to the borders of the card. Alright, inside of our content, first we'll create a huge center aligned header. So we use an h2 heading element with the classes UI huge center aligned header, and we add the text work experience and close our heading element again. Now we want to use the item views to display our icon next to our title and meta content. We want these to not stack at any times, so we need to add one more class. In total, we want to add the classes UI on stackable items. As a default, they would stack on mobile screens, but because we use the unstackable class, they will never stack. Now we can create our first item inside using a class or a div tag with the class item. We'll now create our media at the left side, which will be an icon using the I tag, and then the following classes. We want it to have the color teal and the size huge, and we want it to be a Facebook icon. So the classes will be teal, huge, Facebook icon. Remember to close the I tag again. After this, we want to create the content on the right side using a div tag with the class content. And inside of this, we'll first create our header using an h3 heading element with the class header and the text front-end developer. And close our heading tag again. Then we'll create our meta content inside a div tag with the class meta. First we'll have our link and we'll wrap it in a span tag. And then this anchor tag with an empty href attribute. And then the link text will be Facebook. We'll close our anchor tag again and close our span tag again. Now we'll create our date, and we want the font size to be a little bit smaller, so we wrap them in the small tag. We also want it to float to the right side, so we add the classes right floated, like so. We'll close our small tag again, and inside we'll now use the time tag to wrap around our time, and also include the date time attribute with the first value being 2017-01. This is for computers and means January 2017. We'll close the time tag again, then we'll add an end dash using the HTML entity n dash semicolon, and then we'll add one more time tag with the date time attribute with the value now being 2017-12 and the text December 2017. Remember to close the time tag again. Now outside of our item here, we'll add a short paragraph that will appear just below our item. Let's save this, go back into our browser, select the right tab and refresh. Now we see our large heading and the first item here. We can see that when we resize our screen, it won't stack because we used the class unstackable. If we remove that class just to see the result, it will look like this. Now it will stack on mobile devices. So let's go back again here. We can also see that we have some padding at the left side of our icon. We don't really want that, so we want to add some custom CSS now to change this. So we want to target our item and then the icon inside of our item. We want the margin to the right side next to the text to be 1 rem, and to remove the margin on the left side, we add the width of auto. So let's save this and go back and take a quick look. Now we can see that it moves to the left side. And now it looks the way we want it to be. Now we want to create the 5 other places. To do this, we'll simply copy our item and paragraph code block like so, paste it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Now we'll update all of the values. So first we'll change the icon to Apple and the position to Art Director and the link text to Apple. Next up will be the Dropbox icon, position as User Experience Designer. Then a medium icon and a position as copywriter. Change the text, the link text to medium. Then we have Google icon and the position as search engine consultant, and the link text will be Google. And finally, we have Uber icon, a position as AI engineer, and the link text will be Uber. Let's save this, go back into our browser and refresh. Now we see all of our 6 places of work experience right here. Now we have finished creating this section of our page.